Hey guys, I'm back, and I've got something that I think is going to be pretty interesting to look at from Tangram. Now, if you don't know about Tangram, I've looked at one Tangram before. Tangram is a sub-brand of Kizer. Now, you should all know about Kizer, because Kizer makes some amazing products. Kizer has kind of their main line, which is pretty expensive. They have their Vanguard line, which is a little less expensive, difference in materials. But, you know, still you're looking at you know, $60, $70 and upwards. And then there's Tangram, which is their budget, we'll say, for lack of a better word, sub-brand. And Tangram is to Kizer what Civivi is to Wii, if that makes sense. And if you still don't know, then you'll see. I saw this, and I thought that the engineering just looked really cool and looked like something you want to take a look at. And I guess this is the Tangram Vector, also known as the TG3003 Alpha 2, which makes it sound really fancy. So I, was just looking at some other stuff that I was going to pick up, and when I saw that, I said, I really kind of think it's worth looking at, based on the fact that I know Tangram makes some really cool stuff. I know that Kizer's a great brand. I've reviewed one Tangram before, and this just looks like might be a nice choice. So we're gonna get into this box. Oh, look, it's got a gold award for 2018, so that's very gold of them. Tangram has some of the craziest packaging in the knife world, though. Interesting, right? And then you can punch out this little sword thing if you want. We'll do it. Trying not to punch the pieces out, trying to take it as one piece. Oh, I broke it. Oh, I didn't get the pommel. But look, it's got like a little sword. So, whoa. Oh, I didn't get this in the last one. Or did I? I don't remember. A little keychain thing. And you've got your little Tangram cleaning cloth. And what is this? This is all about Tangram. Thanks for choosing Tangram. Okay, all the little things I guess you can make out of the little pieces that just popped out. Cool. Put that back in. And then, oh, that's smaller than I thought. I have a habit of not reading the specs sometimes when I get excited about a design. So that is smaller than I thought it was going to be. But, so you can see it's a nice blue anodized aluminum button lock. Because it's a Kizer, basically, we expect really good design, quality, fit and finish, and that is a really nice finish on the aluminum. The color is very vibrant, looks really good. Not a deep carry clip, so I'm a little disappointed there, but so aluminum scales over inset steel liners. It's a little guy. It is a little guy. Blade under 3 inches. Pretty smooth opening. Very well contoured if you've got Smurf hands. It is a small knife, and then a button lock so that you can operate it one-handed. Let's see, how smooth is it? Not bad. I'm sure it'll break in over time. Very, very nice satin finish on the blade. Very nice satin finish on the blade, which I think kind of blue and silver, great colors go together. There's some construction going on. If I haven't mentioned this yet on the channel, we are moving, so my availability might be a little spotty over the next week or so. Anyway, sorry, side note. Interesting blade material on this. It's Akudo 440, which is a Japanese 440 alloy. It's better than 440C. It's got a bit more chromium and some vanadium in there, and it's probably, supposedly it will hold an edge longer than 440C. Again, heat treat is everything, so whatever, that remains to be seen. It may be slightly more difficult to sharpen than regular 440C, but the Akudo 440 is definitely a higher grade steel than a 440C that you're used to seeing. But that is kind of the steel that this thing is working with, and that's a step up. So how does that compare to, say, the Vanguard series being made out of VG10? You know, I don't have a lot of experience with this particular steel. I couldn't tell you. The fluting here on the handle's really nice. I mean, it's decorative, but it gives you some grip. The button is very smooth, works very, very well. It's pretty nice. I mean, probably we'll do the little lock test here. This is not the kind of lock that tends to drift the blade at all when you mess with it, but here's the blade centering. No stickiness at all, and yeah, didn't change the centering, and lockup still nice and solid. So here you can take a look at how well it locks up. See it in there? I don't know if it's focusing very well. So, pretty nice, interesting little knife. It's a nice, interesting little knife. Those blade grind marks are beautiful. Love the way the sun reflects on them. Now, for me, small, because of my big hands, no jimping anywhere. But there we go. Oh, look at that. Well, it's going to take some getting used to, but you could probably, with a little bit of breaking in and practice, you could do this one-handed with the button very, very easily. So nice EDC choice, I think. And I don't know if it comes in different colors. I'll have to put text if it does. I'm not sure. I just saw the blue, and I thought the blue looked really, really nice. But we need to test this blade out now, don't we? Backwards today. We're going to do the 550 cord first. So here's your pull-through. Pretty nice. Not the most clean cut, but very easy to get through. And our slice, like nothing ever happened. I don't want to chop yet. I want to get the paper for the paper test first. Wow, very nice smooth feeling going through the paper. That's really nice. It's kind of lightweight, so... Oh, but it doesn't care. Forget it. It'll cut very nicely anyway. So, very well finished right out of the package. Some might consider it pricey for a knife this size, but you know, factoring the materials and the construction, the mechanics, I think it's, you know, a pretty good deal. It's not sticky, doesn't have a sticky feel. Does have that little clicky sound though when you unlock it. And I can see why. You can see that the lock area there, you see how it tapers. So, I mean, that's good. You're getting a good solid lock, but that's why it has that little bit of a stick sound. Let's see, if we do open gently, do we get less stick? Yeah, we do. When you... There we go. Oh, you know what I'm just seeing now, too? That the liners, I don't know if you can pick that up on camera in there. We got skeletonized liners, too, for lighter weight. So, cool little knife, I guess. We'll go through the actual ratings now. So when we talk about originality and departure from previous designs, the thing is, I look at this and I see the Kizer lines on the blade. I see Kizer in this. It's a really cool design, but I see the kind of the family lineage there. So I'm going to give it a 3. For fit and finish, though, 5 all the way. I mean, perfect. Kizer quality all the way around. Even though it's the Tangram name, it's still Kizer brand. Function and mechanics gets a 5. Thing is sweet, smooth, awesome. Engineering is great. For practicality and utility, so now this is where it can be debated a little bit. I'm giving it a 3.5, and here's why. From my point of view, and this is just from my point of view, and this is why the rating system is really subjective, it's a little small. For my use, for my comfort. There's a lot of people that I'm sure this could get upwards of, 4, maybe even a 5, But just from my hand size and my use and the ergonomics of using it all, it just is not as practical as some other designs. That's why I always, kind of say, like, how would you guys rate it, or my ratings only. It is my ratings only, but for my hands, it gets a 3.5. I'm sure it is an excellent EDC blade. I just, size-wise and the way everything's positioned, that's where it's at. Production out of the box standards, though, we're going back up to a 5. The blade is excellently sharp. Tolerances and everything about it is just phenomenal. So, yeah, 5. Comfort and feel, we're going to drop back down to 3.5 again, and this owes a lot to the fact that there's no jimping on it at all. It's contoured really nicely. Again, big hands, it kind of disappears in there, and you don't get the full effect. Like with smaller hands, this would be a very comfortable knife. You've got some good grip with the milling here on the handle, but I'd love some jimping. Something to give you just a really good grip to really hold on to this thing. And the clip does kind of stick into your hand just a little tiny bit. But I think 3.5 is fair for that. Quality of materials is where we've got to dip down to a 3. So I know it's, the Kudo 440, which is better than 440C, but it's still, it's a mid-range blade. It is. It's a budget level knife. Aluminum is nice. I don't know the exact quality of the aluminum, the alloy and all that. But, we've got quite a step up if we're going to go titanium or something like that. And I think G10 actually does make a better handle than aluminum. I mean, if we're going to talk about specifics. But, 3 is not bad. It's average. It's right in the middle. So, 3 for materials. Value of ownership and collectability also is going to get a 3 because it's a budget line knife. It's going to be widely available. It's not that expensive, easy to get your hands on. So while it's very pretty and it's good looking, it's not going to be one of those hard to find, fits into many people's price ranges. So it's not going to be something that's going to have a lot of trade value. It's not going to be something that's probably going to go up in price, in value over time. But it's cool, to have in your collection if you like it. For value to price ratio, finally, for a $36 knife, yeah, it's a little bit small. You can get a Firebird, a Ganzo, or an Ethan or something like that in this same size for probably a lot less. But you got to remember, you're buying basically a Kizer product. It's manufactured by Kizer, their production line, their engineering. So you're getting a knife that is probably going to last you and is going to serve you for a really long time. So the value is not just in the immediate; it's in the long term with this one. You're getting a good quality produced item here for the money. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 4. So overall, that means we've got a score of 38.5, which gives it an overall average score of 3.85, which is pretty good out of 5. It's probably not one that I'm likely to carry, but it is a nice piece for the collection, and I'd like to see if somebody gets one of these and has like actual carry experience. It's just a little too small for me to carry daily for my hands and everything. But nice design, and for people that really like Kizer but can't afford the actual Kizer name, remember the only real difference between this and a Kizer is the name on the blade and the materials you're using. It's you're getting the Kizer production line and mechanics and all that with just a different name on it. So, what do you guys think? How do you guys like the ratings? Would you give it a different rating anywhere? Specifically, I'm thinking, what? I think I forgot to mention cool factor in this whole thing, which I also gave for 3.5. Because cool factor, I think, blue shininess is cool, but the design itself is a little bit, blade design is a little vanilla. So it gave a 3.5 there. And all of that, there you go. Now if you're keeping track, that adds up to 38.5 and the 3.85. Anyway, but what do you guys think of the ratings? I think that practicality and utility, some people might disagree with me. This probably is a knife that some of you guys would want to carry and might carry. It's on my Amazon influencer list. Under video reviewed knives, so you can check it out. It is a good looking knife, can't deny that, not at all. But I'm curious to see your thoughts on it. So, ready, set, go. Okay, guys, got some more stuff to do, but you guys remember that I appreciate every single one of you. You're all absolutely awesome, and I'll be back again real soon.